Stanislav, hi. Thank you for your time. Finally, we met. I know that you came to our one of our partner storage in Uzhgorod, and I know you brought a lot of aid to Ukrainians. You work systematically. ADRA is, I think, one of the most active humanitarian organizations in Ukraine. Thanks a lot for your help. Thanks a lot for your team. I know you contributed a lot. I have very short several questions. And first question about ADRA. Yeah. What is the organization? Why it so helped our Ukrainians? What is the philosophy of your organization? And what is the main aim of organization?
So ADRA is an international organization. We are working in 118 countries around the world. So this is a big network. And the main aim of our organization is that we are focused on livelihood, on health, on education, and we are helping during humanitarian crisis. So that's four things which we are focused on.
I know that your organization, as you said, work in different countries, and before the interview you told me that you were in Uganda when terrible war of Russia against Ukraine started. How you remember this day, the 24th of February, and when you personally and your organization start to work in Ukraine? Because I know that you have a huge experience. You from the 90s worked in hotspots, but Ukraine, this is a new challenge for you.
Yeah, yes, that's true. That when this war started, I was in one of the projects in Uganda. We are working with refugees in a refugee camp where lives together 129,000 people. So that's huge number of people. And we are providing humanitarian aid there. There is a hospital, and Slovakian ADRA is providing help with farm. So we are teaching people how to farm and how to take care of their livelihood by themselves. So at the time I received just a call from my friends, please return back home, there is big refugee crisis here. So I thought, what the crisis could be. But just after the first day of this,
you realize the seriousness of the
situation. We have a connection with other organizations like People in Need and Red Cross and others. So they are our colleagues. So we just call together and we are just trying to do something at the border. So in the beginning we were present at the border of Ukraine and Slovakia in Vyšné Nemecké. And just from first days of this crisis, we started to organize help for those people.
So this was the first step, the cross-bordering work.
Cross-border, yeah. And the situation was that our government was expecting that maybe 500 people will cross the border, but reality was that 12,500 people was crossing every day, and the maximum was 18,000. So it was just a very difficult situation how to help those people, how to provide for them food and clothes, and just help them to transport around Europe, and this kind of situation.
As I understood, your main priority after the beginning of such terrible disaster in Ukraine, the food supply in hygiene. So you try to make such kind of boxes and to give them addressly through our partners. So how long you have been working in Ukraine? I mean, it's 8 months, yes? And in what regions you work? It doesn't mean all regions. What are they?
Yeah, so we started from March. We just started to prepare this kind of boxes. In each box there is 25 items of food and 11 or 12 items of hygiene inside the big box. And this box is about 14 kilograms. So we just started to distribute those boxes to Ukrainian side because ADRA is international organization. Our partner is ADRA Ukraine, and they are helping us with distribution. And our main focus is that we are trying to help people which are in deliberated places. So from the beginning, when Bucha was deliberated, so our tribes were there, and now we are working how to transport to Kherson and other cities, Izium and Kharkov region. And the second place are refugees which are internally displaced in Ukraine and living in some difficult conditions. So
you try to find the schools, the institutions where they live compactly, and try to bring the help there, obviously.
And the main idea is that we are just transporting aid, and we distribute aid hand to hand.
Yeah, it's main philosophy, I think.
It's main philosophy.
Now it's very important in Ukraine when they try to give it directly to the people.
Yeah, directly to the people. We are not trying to do something like put something somewhere in the storage because there is nobody will be responsible for distribution.
Stanislav, is it true that you also help Ukrainians here in Slovakia in different cities of Bratislava? You have some project in Bratislava, so you don't help only Ukrainians in Ukraine. Is it true?
We are focused on three things. The first was help at the border. And then we started in Slovakia organize meeting points in some cities. So in 8 cities we have some volunteer centers where we are working with organizations which are responsible for Ukrainian people. So we are helping them with material help and things like this. Here in Bratislava we are providing a big store which is just for refugees from Ukraine. They can go there, they can receive for free some food, some clothes, but now we are specialized that we are helping just women with many children, elderly people and people with special needs. So we have to focus because different groups, and we are trying to help those which are most difficult,
most affected.
My
last question concerning the future. I know that it's difficult to foresee what will be tomorrow in a month. We have new escalation, unfortunately, every month. I, as an international observer, as international analyst, I see that the consequences can be very long term. So we cannot expect that tomorrow they will stop and everything will be good. We have to prepare to very long-term activity, especially humanitarian. And you know that a lot of experts estimate the current situation very, very bad, that because of the winter situation can be quite tense. So what your activity and what is your maybe new projects, new ideas before the winter? How you want to operate in such more deteriorated circumstances?
Our situation is that we understand that the winter will be very difficult.
It's fact.
So that's fact. So we are working now with our partners, and one of our very good partners is for us ADRA Japan. And thanks to this partner, we can distribute not only food and hygiene, but we are also preparing winterization packets. So again, the box is a little bit bigger, but in those boxes we are trying to prepare sleeping bags, some blankets, some clothes for people, and thermal bottles and candles and things like this, which are very necessary for people in places where there is difficult situation. So that's our project for winter. And
so you will keep on helping the people, Ukrainians
we will keep on, and until now it was more than 22 big trucks transported with boxes, and it means more than 25,000 boxes until now.
It's a lot.
And until February we will continue, and each week we prepare one big truck with boxes, and now we are just focused on those places in eastern part of Ukraine, where it's
the most difficult
situation. So that's our plan. But even if this war will be finished today, for next,
for example,
maybe 10 years, it will be a lot of work
to restore Ukraine,
to restore and take care of schools and the hospitals and so on. So there is also our project now that we are looking for generators which are necessary for electricity, especially for hospitals, for institutions.
It's critical necessity.
That's critical situation. So we understand that this is very important.
Thanks, Stanislav, for your help. Thanks for your sincere answers, and I want to wish us good luck in our activity together.
Thank you for cooperation, because for us it's very necessary to have a partners on the other side. So if we don't have partner, we cannot do anything.
And if we also don't have partner, we can't operate. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's the situation. Thanks.